Hi, it's Mayor Walter Sendzik. It is Friday, February 12th. We're heading into a family day long weekend, the first long weekend of 2021. And I just wanted to provide a bit of a community update. As we've heard from the province today about where Niagara is within the reopening framework, and we are in the gray lockdown category. This is going to come as a surprise and disappointment for a lot of folks because we have been working so hard as a community to get the number of COVID-19 cases in our community down. The number of new cases was not growing that quickly. The number of resolved cases was dropping down. The transmission rate in the community was getting very, very low. And yet we remain in gray. And so I understand that frustration. I understand that disappointment. And it has an impact because it impacts our retailers. It impacts our restaurants. There are businesses that are struggling as we work through the second wave. But let's remember, we got our vaccines late. And so unlike other communities that are moving into orange and red, our vaccines didn't arrive until January 10th. So that had an impact on our long-term care. We had long-term care outbreaks that led to the deaths of many people. And not having those vaccines in time created that perfect storm. And so we had high community transmission, we had outbreak at long-term cares, we had a high number of deaths in our community, and we've struggled through this. And today, while we're not moving into a red or orange category, there is new regulations in the gray category that allow for retailers to be open. So retailers can be open at 25% capacity. So this is more than just grocery stores and pharmacies. So this is an opportunity for retailers to open their doors and for you to support local business. So if you need to go out and you need to get to a place where you haven't been able to, from a small retailer perspective, now you have an opportunity. This is a long weekend and Valentine's Day is coming up. So an opportunity to support our restaurants who remain closed to in-person dining. So find ways that you can order takeout. Support the local restaurants as much as possible. It's the owners. Think of the chefs, the sous chefs, the servers, the bartenders. They're all out of work. They can't open their doors to serve us. So let's support them over the next 2 weeks as we remain in the gray lockdown. My hope is that when we get out of this lockdown, my hope is that on February 22nd, because the numbers are going to keep coming down because you're doing an amazing job, that we're going to go not just into red, but we're going to go into orange, which allows us to open up the economy even more. And I believe fundamentally that our small businesses, and they are able, and they have been more than willing to be safe, take the safety precautions, protect their employees, and to protect you, the customer. And so it's about trust. And what we've done to date as a collective is really gotten a handle on COVID-19. But we have to start to open up our economy. And in doing so, we have to trust that the business owners are going to do what they need to do to protect our economy. That the employees are going to continue to do what they need to do to protect our environment, our community. And that you are going to do what you need to do. Wear the mask, wash the hands, keep that physical distancing, do all those things to keep the transmission of COVID-19 very low. Because there is a new variant that is and has presented itself. You've seen it up in Barrie, it is in Toronto, and it has an ability to transmit faster. So we've got to do what we can to prevent a third wave of COVID-19 taking root in our community. And we can do it. Because I believe that we can do it. I believe in you. I believe in our businesses. I believe in our community organizations, and I believe in our healthcare system. And I believe that we can all work together to do this and at the same time start to reopening up our economy. These aren't easy times for a lot of folks. We should never lose sight of that. Whether you've lost a loved one to COVID-19, you have gotten COVID-19 and continue to struggle with it, you're a business owner that has been shut for multiple times and you may be on the cusp of bankruptcy, that you're working for a business, you've been laid off for months. These are tough times. Your students who have struggled through online learning, these are tough times for a lot of folks, for families, for older adults, for young people. This is a tough time for a lot of folks, but there is hope. There's a hope that we have gotten this under control, that our economy will start to open up, and vaccines, which we need more of, and we need them to arrive sooner than they have previously, will get us to a place where we can, without anxiety, be back out into the community. We can be amongst one another and be in larger groups. That's a possibility. The horizon is there. We can see it. But right now, February 12th, heading into a long weekend, we're still in that stage where we have to do what we can to prevent and increase transmission of COVID-19. So we are in the gray category. I understand the frustration. I understand the disappointment. But let's just keep doing what we've done to date. Show the province, show the chief medical officers that we have this under control. And then we will move to a different category, a more open category. At the same time, it's paramount that we look after one another. So this Family Day weekend, think about your family, how you can stay in contact with them, do something different, unique, get out, enjoy the environment. It's going to be a crisp, wonderful, long weekend. And at the same time, think of the families who have been affected by COVID-19, that maybe you haven't been affected, but other families. Think about what they're going through. It's that sense of empathy, understanding, compassion, and understanding and knowing that we're going to get through this together, but we also have to understand that people are struggling through it now, and how can we help them? So hope you have a wonderful Family Day long weekend. There's a lot to do in the community, and I'll be sharing more information about what's going on, but I just wanted to provide this community update for you about where we are when it comes to the provincial framework. So have a great weekend, and talk to you soon. Take care, everyone.